Going. You're live. I'm live. Apparently, I'm live. Yo, Wagwan people. We're live right now. Back in the home right now. I was in my car last week, and now I'm back in my habitat. Back in my habitat for the weekly live stream. Let me put this over here a little bit, adjust that a little bit. Hopefully I'm coming through okay because I think the last time I live streamed from this place using this microphone and I was checking the live stream afterwards, the voice was coming through a little bit choppy, just a tiny little bit choppy. And I think it might have been maybe I was a little bit too close to the mic or something like that. I'm not too sure what's causing it. It might be one of the settings I'm having, but hopefully it's coming through pretty okay. It's not always easy to tell because I can't actually hear myself. Well, I mean, I can hear myself, but I can't hear myself in like what you hear, at least not right now. So hopefully they could at least hear me in some kind of coherent way. But yes, I am live right now. Drinking a bottle of water right now. Or should I say, boive un buto de eau maintenant. Yeah, man can speak French, innit? Yo, what up, Islan? Hello to you. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Islan. First one in, or at least the first one in the chat anyway. But how's your day going? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through, Islan. Big up to you. Big up to you on all that you do. It's been great. Just a slow day. You know, a slow day could be a great day. And depending on, of course, depending on the reason why it's a slow day, right? I mean, if it's a slow day for good reasons, then it could be a great day. Because sometimes it's good to have like just a day where it's chill, where you don't have a lot going on. You don't have to do this. You don't got to do that. You could just kind of chill and just let the day go by. I feel like it's cool to have days like that, you know, once in a while. Of course, you want to do things, and we all got goals to achieve, and you got to try and keep busy. But you know, also, you know, you gotta find time to just chill as well. So yeah, a nice, slow, chill day. That could be a good thing. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you. I'm learning to speak. Excuse me. I'm learning to speak French, and I had my second French class today. So I found this service. It's called iTalki, and it's basically a cheap way of getting tutored in a foreign language because I ain't gonna lie, I probably can't afford to do like a proper class. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was to do like a proper actual class and where you go to a building and you sit in a classroom and you have a teacher, you know, I don't think I could afford that. Plus, I don't know, I probably won't even have the time because like working and everything else. But I found this service called iTalki, and you basically find a tutor. That you pay the tutor to sit with you for a little while, maybe an hour, whatever, and you know they just help you with the French. So I had one on Friday. I just had a second one today, and you can find teachers that are just available when you're available. So you book it, you know, as to when your availability is. So you don't have to have the same tutor all the time. Just find different tutors depending on who's available. Which, you know, granted, not necessarily the most ideal way to learn a language, but you know, I feel like for me, it's really just getting down to I mean, of course, you want to try and stick with the same tutor as much as possible, but you know, you don't have to. Is what I mean to say. Yeah, what up, Anthony? Bonjour, bonjour, monsieur. Bienvenue au live stream. Um, bienvenue. Uh, English. Um, English or Spanish? Do I sound Spanish? All right, well, that's a first. But yeah, so a second class I had today, second lesson I had today. I had one teacher on Friday, a different teacher today. Hopefully I'm gonna try and see if I can book the same teachers for the next time though, because they seem pretty good. And like I said, you want to try and stick with the same teachers as much as possible because they could gauge where you're going. Yo, what up, Sam? Sam being the place to be. But yeah, so far so good. I'm digging iTalki. You know, I feel like I'm like I ain't gonna say I could speak French. That's probably a bit of a stretch right now. That's probably still a bit of a stretch to say that I can speak French. I guess it's fair to say I can speak a little bit of French in a very kind of controlled way. You know, definitely does still take me time to construct a sentence and to think about what I'm saying, and I definitely don't know all the words, and so I'm still a way off from being fluent. I'm still quite a way from being fluent, but you know, considering I only really started learning I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago. Like it's not been that long, really. It's been about 4 or 5 months, I think. And one of those months, I was away for like 3 weeks. I wasn't able to do much during that time. So I kind of feel like I'm doing okay for the time that I've been able to put into it. So yeah. Good evening. Sorry I missed you last week. Life been busy. Just recently, nah, so good. No need to apologize. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of yourself, take care of your family. When them life things come up, you just got to take care of those too. You got to take care of the little problems. Take care of the little problems now, or you'd have to take care of the big problem later. So yeah, there's no need to apologize. You're always going to be the priority in your life. I studied French in school. All I know is to say hello. Well, that's something. Bonjour or salut to be more informal. You can say salut, which is kind of an informal way of saying hello and goodbye. Actually, you can use salut for hello or goodbye. Um, if you move, then you're gay. If I move where though, like you want to be more specific. If I just move like this, because I've been moving. You know, I can move. Does that mean I'm gay, or do you mean do I have to move in a particular manner? Do I have to move to a particular place? I don't know. You're gonna need to be more specific with that one, Anthony. Anthony Panthony. But you're not doing a Joey speaking. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Gay can mean happy too. Exactly. That's very true. In fact, gay originally meant happy. That was the original meaning of it. So yeah, I guess hopefully we're all gay today. Hopefully we're all gay forever. Hopefully every single one of us is gay forever. How life should be. Wishing we all have a long, fruitful, and very gay life. Speaking of gays though, like homosexuals, I do feel like I have a pretty good gaydar where, you know, if I'm speaking to somebody, I feel like I can tell pretty accurately if that person is gay or not, you know. Like I reckon it's probably about like a 99. That's why I forget. It's about a 99% accuracy. I feel like I can tell, you know, if I'm, you know, talk to somebody who's gay. Like, I mean, every now and then I think somebody's gay, and it turns out, you know, they're just Italian, right? But for the most part, I feel like I can tell. A new meme. Okay. If you move, you're gay. All right. It's actually a meme TikTok trend. Just to tell you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. That's the only Italian I know. Buongiorno. Actually, no, I think I know more Italian than that. I need to think about it, but I think I know more Italian than that. Um, I know pizza. That's Italian, and spaghetti. That's Italian. But, I'm probably about to stretch my Italian knowledge right now. But but yeah, hopefully, um, inshallah, man's going to France, going to Paris on Thursday, this Thursday. Really looking forward to that because I've never been Paris before. Um, but yeah, a friend of mine was able to get cheap tickets to on the Eurostar. So Yeah, man, going France on Thursday. We're just going for the day. So it's me and a couple of friends, me and two friends. We're going in the morning. Just gonna spend the day in France. I'm not getting a hotel or anything like that. 'Cause it's literally just for the day. So you can turn up in the morning, just hang around France for the day, then come back in the evening, and yeah, that's it. Because it's kind of crazy that the Eurostar has been in existence for a while now. It's not a new thing. It's been here for many years now. But I've never been on the Eurostar and I've never been to Paris. But basically, it's a real easy way to get into mainland Europe from England, from London. So like, yes, it's going to be a lot of first for me. First time going on the Eurostar, first time going to Paris. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I haven't had pizza in a minute. Oh, it's good pizza though. All right, here's a question then. Here's a question because here's the thing. People talk about pizzas and their favorite toppings and stuff like that. And your favorite toppings is always going to be subjective. Like nobody's going to fully agree on what the best pizza toppings are because they all like different things. However, I do feel like there's a standard to a great pizza. Don't get me wrong, any pizza is good. Like you can make a good pizza or an okay pizza. That's fine. But to me, if you're talking about great pizza, right? Great, amazing pizza, there's like a stand, like a basic standards that it has to meet. First of all, it's gonna be deep pan. Like you gotta have like, the deep pan. You can't be like none of this thin pizza base nonsense. No, it's gonna be the deep pan, right? First and foremost. Secondly, you're gonna have the stuffed crust, right? Now you can stuff it with whatever you want. I personally I like the garlic sauce or the garlic kind of cheesy garlic in there. That's what I like, the cheesy garlic. But whatever you prefer is whatever you prefer. But for me, you gotta have deep pan stuffed crust. You have that, and that is the fundamental basics of a great pizza. Then any kind of topping you want, any whatever you like, chicken, if you like whatever, if you like, I don't know, vegetable, it doesn't really matter, but whatever you like could go on that. But as long as you've got thick base, deep pan, thick base, stuffed crust. So as long as you've got those two, then you've got the basics of a great pizza. You know what I mean? The basics, fundamental basics of a great pizza. Not just, and of course, I'm saying like any pizza's good. You can have a thin pizza, I'll eat it. I ain't saying that. Give me any kind of pizza, small, whatever, tiny, thin. You know what I mean? I'll eat it. It's not a problem. But the basics of a great pizza, deep pan, stuffed crust. You got those, and we got a really good start. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. That'll be so much fun for you. Yeah, indeed, man. We don't really have much of a plan. We're literally just gonna turn up and then walk around, get coffee. I don't know, maybe go to a museum. I know the only plan we kind of have is that we want to see the Eiffel Tower light up in the evening. But apart from that, like we don't really have a plan. So it's literally just go in there and just see what happens. And hopefully we won't get in too much trouble and not like that. There's three of us, so hopefully we won't get in too much trouble. Maybe just a tiny little bit of trouble, but not too much trouble. Pepperoni and pineapple. Oh, you like the pineapple as well? I do like the pineapple and pizza. I'm pineapple and pizza. I'm in the pineapple and pizza corner all day, every day. I ain't said it's my favorite pizza. I could, personally, I can probably think of pizzas that I like more than pineapple. Pizza toppings that I like more than pineapple. But yeah, people who like, oh, pineapple don't. No, 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 no. Pineapple goes on pizza. Like it works. All right, it works. Favorite, but I'm not allowed to love pineapple on pizza. Oh no, you definitely allowed. You're definitely allowed in this village. You's allowed. I went to Spain recently. Only she did it on coach and ferry. Well, that must have taken ages. 2 days. Oh yeah, yeah. 2 days of traveling there and 2 days back. Oof. But that could be a good trip though. Like if you're with like a good group of people, traveling like that could be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of fun if you're traveling like that. Because I remember we went to Denmark on a school trip, and that must have been at the time. Because I remember we took a coach to where the ferry is, and then the ferry from So yeah, that I don't remember exactly how long it took, but it must have been maybe about equivalent of like a day or two or something like that worth of traveling. But yeah, we had like there was like a party on the coach, oh sorry, on the ferry, like a nightclub that you can go like the ferry itself had like a club inside, like a nightclub type, like a disco. We're there just dancing, just having fun, chatting up, gal. So yeah, I mean, 2 days of traveling like that. I mean, it's a long journey, but if you're with a good group of people, then that could be a lot of fun. Just saying. Could be a lot of fun. If you go with the wrong people though, oof, that is a long trip. Yeah, I mean, if you're there with people you don't get along with so much, then it's like imagine doing that and it's like a work and it's like a work trip and you're just stuck with these work colleagues that you don't really like, but you have to kind of go with them and you're there for about 2 days. Boy, that's painful. But you get a good bunch of people with you, and it's like, yeah, 2 days of traveling, ferry, get that party going. Oof, yeah, man. My go-to pizza is a cheese and pepperoni, stuffed crust, yes sir. Texas barbecue topping. I do enjoy ham and pineapple. So yeah, you done know with the pineapple. Pineapple gang, yeah, man. We pineapple in here. I was just it was just her and her best friend. But they met people and had a blast. Getting back was tough because of tiredness. Glad you had fun though. I ain't never been to Spain either, so maybe that might have to be one of the next trips. But yeah, that could be a good way to travel. But yeah, it's just long. Maybe what you could do actually is like get a ferry there and then get an airplane back because, like you say, by the time you're coming back, it's just tiredness and long. And have to travel to now. Where would you go to if you could travel to anywhere in the world? That's a question for everybody. Where would you go to if you could travel? Like, where's like your number one place that you want to go to that you haven't been to yet? That's my question for everybody. That's my question for everybody. I'll try and answer that question myself as well. But yeah, I like to travel as much as I can. That's kind of my main life goal at the moment is to travel as much as possible. Um, so let's see. I've been to I feel like part of me feels like I haven't traveled that much, but I think in fairness, I've probably traveled more than a lot of people. You know, so I need to learn to be grateful for the places that I have managed to go to. But let's see, I've been to New York, Toronto, um, Johannesburg, Pretoria, um, Abergavenny, that's in Wales. Cardiff, also in Wales. um, let's see, English cities, Bristol, Hull. That was this year, actually. Shout out to Hull. Um, Manchester, uh, Liverpool, Southampton, Brighton, Margate. Margate was years ago, though, but yeah, we're Margate. Let's see, Europe. I went to Copenhagen and another city in Denmark, but I can't remember the name of the city. That was a school trip, by the way, on the ferry to Denmark. Um, Stockholm. That's it for Europe, I think, or mainland Europe. I've not Paris hopefully this year, and also Amsterdam in August. I got booked as well, so we've got a couple of trips to Europe this year, which I'm looking forward to. Recently, I was in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, and Medina. Um, Also Doha on the way back. Stopped in Doha because the flight got delayed, so they put us in a hotel in Doha in Qatar. So I was in Doha for a few hours, which is really cool. Yo, what up, Brax? Um, and yeah, I think that's it. That's coming to mind. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough to travel to a few places. I guess the place that I want to travel to, that I still want to travel to, would be Tokyo, um, Shanghai, um, Hong Kong. Oof. Well, maybe more Hong Kong than Shanghai, really. But yeah, Tokyo, Hong Kong. Sydney, Australia. I want to still want to do that. Los Angeles. Well, I'd like to do that again. Again, I'd like to do that as well. Um, uh, I feel like those are the main ones that are on my mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to travel as much as I can and go to any opportunity to go anywhere. I'll try and take. But I feel like those are the main ones that I really want to go to. Tokyo, yeah, Tokyo, Sydney, Hong Kong. Um, oh, and in India, Mumbai in India. I haven't really been many places, so anywhere would be fine. Indeed, been to Botswana, Zambia, UK, and around in the nearby countries. Also, what did you think of the UK? Actually, when did you come to the UK, and what did you think of the UK? And which part of the UK did you come to? So when, where, and what did you think of it? That's my question. Germany, Denmark, Sweden. Oh, nice. Germany, I think would be cool. I've never been to Germany, but I feel like it'd be cool to go Berlin in Germany. Braxton Spivey and a place to be there. My dream was to go to Finland, America, Italy, and a safari in South Africa would be cool. Oh, a safari would be awesome, wouldn't it? Being in those like Jeeps that don't have the roof, so they've got no sides, no roof, no nothing, and you get charged at by a rhino or something like that. How cool would that be? Get a rhino charging at you, you've got nothing to protect you, just this tiny little Jeep thing. You're like, damn it. Just make sure your man is on the side of you where the rhino's coming from. Do you know what I mean? Like whichever side the rhino's coming from, make sure he's sitting on that side. And to experience the food in Asia, yeah, India and Japan. I've been on safari there. It's worth it. Oh, that's so cool. Yo, what up? Natalie, Pinkston family 123. How is you? Good afternoon. Have an awesome day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a awesome day too. By the way, if you guys like fashion tips and like to um know where you can get like clothes for like really cheap, then yeah, follow the Pinkston family 123. Natalie over on the Pinkston family 123 posts regular videos of like outfits that she got real cheap at places because you don't have to spend a lot of money to look great, guys. So yeah, that's a channel to check out if you want to know about fashion and getting clothes real cheap. And then I went to Brighton almost 10 years ago. Wow, it was amazing. I love the people. Everyone seems so kind. Yeah, Brighton's really cool. Yeah, I mean, the last time I went to Brighton was probably more than 20 years ago myself now, actually. It's probably a long yeah, I think it wasn't I think it was just after I left school. So I remember going with some friends to visit somebody who was in uni in Brighton. So I think it was just after I left school, around about not long after I left school, that a couple of us, or maybe like two, three of us, went down there to visit a friend who was there at the time. Um, so yeah, this would be more than 20 years ago. This no, maybe not. Yeah, more than 20 years ago. More than 20 years. Um, but yeah, it was a good time. Brighton's a good time. Brighton's a good time. Like the pier, going up the whole thing there. Apparently they you can't go in the pier no more. Like I've not been for 20 years, but somebody was telling me that you can't actually go in the pier anymore. I guess like a safety thing or something like that, so which is a shame. But yeah, when I was there, you was able to go in the pier and they had like all these like fun attractions that you could do in the pier, which was really cool. Yes, man, I'll definitely he died first. Yeah. Have you seen that video, by the way, of this woman who guess she goes to a zoo and she's taking like pictures or whatever with I think it's a monkey. I don't want to sound ignorant, but I can't tell the difference between monkeys and chimps and orangutans. I don't. I'm sure there's somebody who's going to tell me off. That's not a monkey. That's actually a bazunga or something, you know. But anyway, a primate, like an ape style primate. Anyway, the point is, the point is, she's taking pictures with this primate, this monkey, right? And the monkey is getting familiar. You know what I mean? Like the monkey's getting familiar. Like the monkey's like touching her hand, kissing her hand. Then he's kissing her face, and it starts like holding her head. Then goes behind her, starts feeling up on her boobs. You know, like the monkey's getting familiar. Oof, the monkey is getting mad familiar. I was like, okay, it's all fun and games. You're all laughing when the monkey does it, but when I do it, it's a problem. Like, how's that fair? Like, how's it okay when a monkey does it, but when I do it, it's like, oh, you got an attitude problem. It's like, oh, really? That's so unfair, man. I'm just saying, if reincarnation is real and you get reincarnated as a monkey, maybe it's not a bad life. Maybe it's not a bad life to get reincarnated as a monkey. I'm just saying, maybe. I went with my sister. I had just turned 18 and my English was so bad. And my sister had to speak for me. Oof. A monkey is a monkey. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference. Like, sub to the channel. Ah, nice one. But yeah, there is a difference. Like, I know there's a difference because I watched Planet of the Apes. So, like, I know there was a difference between different types of primates, but I just don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Like, I know there's monkeys one type, orangutans another type, then chimpanzee, and then gorillas. I know gorillas. I feel like I could tell a gorilla. Gorillas are pretty obvious. You know, they're kind of big and silverback. You know, so I feel like I can tell a gorilla. But everything else, I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna say monkey and hope somebody corrects me and they're not too rude about correcting me. So that's how pretty much I go. That's pretty much how I do it. But yeah, that monkey was just getting familiar. But here's the thing though, like for real though, like remember that question that people were asking that they were asking a little while ago about, for women, if you'd rather be in a forest with a bear or a man, and all the women picked bear, right? So here's a question. Here's the question I have. I feel like I've got a better question. Would you rather be trapped in a forest with a monkey or a man? Like, now I feel like that's a better question. That's a better question. Let's see if I could find that video actually. Still don't understand that question. A lot of women picked beer. I'm not even that mad at that. Like, apparently, some dudes were really upset because a lot of women were picking beer. Like, oh, but man, I'm not upset. I think if it was me, honestly, I'd rather be trapped in the forest with a beer too. Like, I think I'd rather pick the beer too when it comes down to it. Like, if I mean, well, I guess it depends on which man, but like if it was somebody who knows how to like do stuff, then yeah, maybe that guy's cool. But other than that, if it's just some regular schmegular Joe, Joe blogs, where I was like, yeah, let me just give me the beer. Just just give me the beer. Like I'd rather be the first with a beer. Just give me the beer. Either that or give me somebody like Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin, rest in peace. If he was alive, then I'll take Steve Irwin. But apart from that, like, yeah, just give me the beer. Just give me the beer. Definitely the monkey. Yeah, monkeys are kind of cool creatures, actually. Actually, I know where I can find that. I think I know where I can find it because I saw it on the twits. I swear, monkeys have it in for me. Oof. What happened with a monkey? That sounds like there's a story there. That sounds like there's a whole story there. Monkeys have it in for you. Damn. Have you seen Planet of the Apes? Maybe we should avoid that movie then. avoid watching Planet of the Apes. That might be a film to not watch. Got scratched in the eye by one. Was feeding. Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, this is the video I was gonna tell you about. That's sucks. That must have hurt too. Oof, sorry. How's your eye now? Is it healed? Oh, one got into my room and stole my waffles in Zambia. Damn. Monkeys really do. They sell your waffles? They really do have it in for you. That's fine. But I hate monkeys. This monkey's getting familiar, like raw. Damn.
Stand up, please. Pause. Smile.
Kind of a gentleman, a little bit though. Well, maybe not too much of a gentleman. A bit forceful. A bit forceful. He's like half gentleman, half player. But yeah, that's mad. That is mad. Speaking of eyes, actually, like it's better now. It's kind of better now, but in the last week or so, like I was noticing that, you know, you wake up and you have that gunk that comes out of your eyes, right? Well, that's mucus, by the way. I had to look it up. It's it's basically a mixture of mucus, tears, and skin cells. But that stuff that comes out of your eyes when you wake up, that's what that is. Mucus, tears, and skin cells kind of mixed together. Anyway, last week, and the reason why I was looking it up is because like I was noticing that when I was waking up, there was a lot more of that eye gunk just coming out than normal, like a lot more. Because usually you wake up and there might be just like a little bit, you know, in the corners and maybe some around here that's kind of dried up around where your eyelashes are. But I was waking up and my eyes were just like covered, like it's like it looked like my eyes vomited. You know what I mean? Like my eyes just vomited. And it was like that for it might be allergies. It's kind of I don't know if it was allergies because only because like I don't know if I'm allergic to anything. Like to my knowledge, I don't know if I'm allergic to anything. I know I was ill recently. You know, I had a cold recently, and I think it might have something to do with that. But it didn't happen right when I got the cold. It was happening pretty much when the cold was, you know, working its way out of me. So I was feeling better for the most part, but for some reason my eyes were just vomiting in the mornings. And it's gone now. It doesn't happen so much now. Like it's stopped now. Now it's back to normal. Now it's back to regular eye gunk. But yeah, it was like that for a little while. And it was just mad. Like you'd wake up, or I'd be waking up, and my eyes just be like, it's like you can barely see, you know, because you just got so much stuff covering your eyes, just so much goo and just covering your eyes. So yeah, that was like that for about, I'm gonna say about a week. It lasted. I started using those eye drops, you know, the Optrex eye drops. Um, and yeah, it seems to be better since I've been using it. So whatever it was, I think it's gone now. I think it's gone now. But yeah, it got a little bit mad for a while. Got a little bit mad for a while. Just wake up in the morning like, what the hell? That sounds awful. Happy for you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, I don't feel it was anything too serious. But But yeah, I looked up what that is. That eye gunk that comes out your eyes in the mornings. Yeah, it's mucus. So pretty much the same thing that you blow out your nose. Mucus, skin cells, and tears. They get mixed together, and then it just comes out of your eyes. So usually when you wake up, you might have a little bit. That's normal. That's nothing to worry about. If it's just a little bit coming out, that's normal. But yeah, I was waking up and it's just like, like you open your eyes, you still can't see anything. Like, oh man, what's going on? Oh. What it was, I thought it was dust of some kind. Yeah, I mean, I guess one of these things that a lot of times you don't really give it a lot of thought, right, as to what things are. And I think, to be fair, for the most part, you don't necessarily need to know everything, right? So we don't really give a lot of stuff a lot of thoughts, especially when it's pretty normal. You don't really give a lot of thought. But every now and then, it's like, huh, I wonder what that is. Like, here's something that is kind of interesting, actually. Kind of interesting, kind of gross, depending on how you. It might be more interesting or more gross depending on where you sit on this. But did you know that sweat, yeah, your sweat is actually made from the same chemical compounds as urine, right? So your sweat and urine, they're not the same thing. They are two different substances, but they share a very similar, or the same rather, basic chemical compounds. Urine has it's like uric acid. It's called like uric acid. Urine has more of it, but yeah, your sweat has the same sort of chemical compounds as urine. So if you ever wipe sweat off your face, or if you're sweating and maybe a little bit gets in your mouth or whatever, yeah, you're pretty much drinking your own piss at that point. You're pretty much just drinking your own piss. Like that's what that is. It's the it's a lighter version of your urine. That's what sweat is. So yeah. The more you know, the more you know. But yeah, I mean, human body is fascinating. It's fascinating and gross and wonderful and disgusting and beautiful and awful and quirky and all of that, right? All of that. It's all of that. But that's the thing about being human, right? It's if everything was perfect, there'd be no challenge. There'd be no challenge. And if there's no challenge, then what be the pizoint, huh? What be the point? What be the point? But hey, such is life. All right, so there are exactly two people in the chat right now. And I want to ask a question that I think I know the answer to. I think I know the answer to. Well, I know the answer to for one of you. I'm going to answer a question and see what the answer is for both of you. But to the people in the chat right now, hands up those of you who consider yourself to be gamers. That's my question. Hands up for those of you who consider yourself to be gamers. I want to know who the geeks are. Oh, there's more people in the chat right now. So yeah, I want to know who the geeks are in the chat right now. Let me know who the gamers are, who the movie geeks are. Well, actually, let's stick with gamers for now. We'll come to moving it a little bit. I want to know who the gamers are. That's what I want to know. I'm gonna do a quick geek. What's the word? Roll call. Islin says kinda. All right, no, that's fair. That's fair. I guess to be fair, I'm more kind of a gamer myself these days. I don't get to play games as much as I would like to, you know, just because you got to work, you got to whatever life. But I do like to play games. I do try to keep up with the gaming world. But I find that the games that I play these days, when I get time to, tend to be mostly older games, right? And apparently, I'm not the only one because I was watching a video today on YouTube where they was talking about a survey that was done in recent years, and I don't know how accurate this is because as not I've research, I haven't researched it myself or nothing. But apparently, there was a survey done in 2023, so last year, where that suggested that a lot of people are gravitating towards older games, and they gave a bunch of reasons for that. But for me, it just seems like at my age, right? At my grand old age, I like to play games. And I hope I enjoy playing games for years to come. But the reality is that games are expensive, right? Like buying a game brand new these days is like £50, £60. It's expensive, and that's not even including the DLC or the extra or like the game version or the Amazon version or the extra content. But you know what I mean? It's just like £60. That's the base game. So like games are expensive, and not only that, they tend to be really long. Like short games now are like 30, 40 hours. This is a long time. And then on top of that, it's like a lot of games, well, not a lot of games, but some games are just hard. They're just really hard. So for me, it's kind of like I gotta first of all spend a lot of money on a game that's going to take ages to get through, and the time that I have to play games means that I'm not really going to have a lot of time to kind of get good enough at it to beat it in any reasonable time. So I might be playing this one game for like months and months and months, and that's if I ever even complete it at all, right? So it just kind of made sense to me to just not do that. Like, just don't buy games brand new. Like, buy them when they're £20 or cheaper. So and a lot of games are like that kind of price tend to be old. Well, tend to be older games that came out 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. We might get it for like a fiver now or £7 or something like that. So like, yeah, I tend to gravitate towards older games, like old, like, I mean, right now, I think the most recent game I'm playing is Far Cry 3. When that come out? When did Far Cry 3 come out? Let me see real quick. 2012, so more than 10 years ago, you know. But here's what I'm realizing though, is that you really don't need because there's so many games that come out, especially now. There's so many games that get released. You really don't need to stress yourself out trying to buy the latest games all the time because like there's so many games from 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago that you probably haven't played. And they're still great games, they're still really good. And because they're cheap now, it doesn't matter if you don't get a lot of time to play it or if you never beat it. It's like whatever, it's £5. You know what I mean? Like I'm not mad if I don't complete a £5 game. If I spend £60 in a game and I don't complete it, that's a problem. That's a problem. But you spend £5 in a game and you don't complete it, it's like, yeah, I'm good. I got £5 worth of fun out of it. I'm good. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at when it comes to gaming. I just wanted to say that really. I just recently found out I'm allergic to outside heat. Sitting on the ground. Does it make you go ouch? When I sit on the ground, I make it. Yeah, no, I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. I'm sorry. Wouldn't say I'm a gamer, but I like playing games. Oh yes, Sam enjoys whooping her man's ass at was it Call of Duty? I just dropped the bottle cap. Okay, can't find. Oh, there it is. Games expensive, and I don't like when they get so realistic. I just want something that simple. And yeah, I get that. I feel like the realism thing in games is a bit misguided. To be honest with you, like I don't, because for me it's like I mean, yeah, there should. I don't mind say levels of realism when it suits what the game is about. Like certain levels of realism are fine, but when a game just gets a bit too realistic, to me, it's just boring. You know what I mean? It's just boring. It's like the more realistic it gets, the more boring it gets. Because look, I live real life. I don't need a video game to mimic my real life. You know what I mean? Like I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm good with just a fun game that takes elements of real life and emphasizes it and creates a good gameplay experience out of it. I don't need a game to be exactly real where you're trying to, feed this and water that and take care of this and get a job. It's like, bro, that's my life, man. I don't need that. Steven says I'm boring. All right, well, yeah, exactly. Appreciate you, excellent. Said it for me. Appreciate that. If you think I'm bored, it's all good. You don't gotta be here, Steven. It's not a problem. Um, if I bore you, yeah, I'm glad. I don't. If you're bored, watch my content. There's plenty of other videos on YouTube you can watch. I ain't the only one. Oh wait, I missed something else you said. So what you're saying is you buy all the latest games? Oh no, you missed what I said completely. I don't buy the latest games at all. So not only did you miss what I said, yeah, never mind. Never mind. Goodbye, Stephen. Um, you're saying the opposite, right? I mean, not even paying attention. You're not even paying attention, and you're calling me boring. It's like, bro, at least pay attention before you call me boring. At the very least, pay attention, then call me boring. Can you at least do that? Like, that's I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. But if you're gonna call me boring, can you at least pay attention first? That way, you're calling me boring for the right reasons. So they call me boring for something I didn't even say. Like, damn it. Love me some Sims, and I like the old games like old Sonic Air, Streets of Rage. Oh, Streets of Rage was classic, wasn't it? Apparently, there's a fifth one coming out. Like they did a Streets of Rage 4, I think I want to say a couple of years ago, which was pretty cool. Never completed it, of course. But yeah, apparently there's a Streets of Rage 5 coming out at some point, which well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I like COD, but it's been a while. Oof. Sam, you need to get back on COD, man. Teach these boys a lesson. Do something entertaining instead of just yapping. Or you could go somewhere else instead of just requesting I do something else because you know that's a thing. Bet Stephen is 13. How old are you, Stephen? Are you 13? That's Islin reckons you're 13. I'm kind of leaning towards Islin being right. So let's uh, so if you're in the chat, I want you to answer the question. How old are you? Yo, what up, big ball? If I sat outside, I get a rush. Oh, get a rash. Oh, rush. I read that wrong. I can't read apparently. If I sat outside, I get a rash. I know. Have to take antihistamines. Oh, damn. Sorry, that's tough. That's tough. Don't buy the latest games and give the money to your local casinos. They need it. You spelled casinos wrong, by the way. Just so you know. I don't know if I have a local casino. I mean, not that I would give money to a local casino. I don't think I would do that anyway. But I don't think that, yeah, in my area, I don't think there is a local casino. I mean, I guess there's places you can gamble, but there's not really a casino. It's going all right, man. It's going all right, big bull. It's going all right, big bull. Yeah, man, looking to go France or Paris on Thursday. So looking forward to that. But how's it going for you, man? How's it going for you? In fact, we're just talking about Streets of Rage, Big Bull. So you're a Streets of Rage fan. Use it. In fact, Big Bull has a visual comic. Visual comic? Is that the right word? um let's say video comic. I think might be a better way to describe it. A video comic. Video Big Bull has a video comic series on his channel. Well, there's a bunch of video comic series on his channel, but one in particular is based on Streets of Rage. So yeah, if you as a Streets of Rage fan, or if you just want to see cool video comics, you might even recognize you may even recognize some of the voices or a particular voice in some of those videos. You just might recognize of one of the voices in some of those videos. You just might, you just might. But yeah, if you want to check that out, check out Big Bull's channel. Man does some cool stuff over there. Casinos are illegal in my country. Oh, really? Was it no gambling or just no casinos? I actually bought a Mega Drive 2 last week. Oh, so cool. Wait, Mega Drive 2. Mega Drive 2. Mega Drive 2. There what? Ooh. A Mega Drive 2? I don't think I know that was a Mega Drive 2. Mega Drive 2. Oh, wait, is the Mega Drive 2 like the smaller version of the Mega Drive? Oh, wait, I see. Okay, not like it was a separate console. It's like the Mega Drive, but smaller. Okay. Okay, cool. Gotcha. But yeah, you know what? Some of those old games consoles go for so much. Like I wanted to get a Nintendo 64 because my 64, my N64 broke a couple of years back now, and I had it for years. By the way, we had it for years before it finally broke down. But yeah, I was looking into getting another one. I was looking at eBay, and N64 still goes for quite a lot. Let me check what it is now. Actually, let me check what it is now. Yeah, it's still over £100. Like if you want it with some games, it's like £125. The console on its own, you can get for maybe about 65. Well, that's CEX free refurbished 65. That's not too bad, I guess. But considering this is like a 25-year-old console, it's 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 mad that it's £65. It's actually mad that N64 is £65 for a 25-year-old console. Oof. I might do that though. 65 is probably one of the best prices I've seen. Actually, I might do that. And because I don't really need to get it with games. I've got plenty of games already. Oh wait, it's not. That actually doesn't even come with controller. Actually, no, it's fine. I got controllers anyway. So yeah, £65 just a console, no games, no controller. That's mad. That is mad. But yeah, N64 is still pretty expensive. A gambler, all they changed parts of the laws. So if the government owns the gambling website, it's legal there. Okay, so it's like a it's only legal when we do it. When you do it with our servers. Other than that, you're committing a crime. As long as the government making their money, all right. Super silly. Government be trying to make more money than their taxes give. Norway, home of Hey, that video take on me, bro. To this day, classic. Oh, talking away. Bro, that video is classic, man. To this day, like the video where they're going between like real life and the animation and the way it just kind of smoothly goes between the two. Oh, to this day, bro. To this day, best music video for real, man. I think I was watching that not that long ago, and I was just like, man, this video was like what 85 or something like that, was it? When that song come out? '87. Wait, no. That's wrong. 85. No, it's 85. 85. Yeah, 85. That's mad. That video was done in 1985. And to this day, it's like, bro. Like that was so ahead of its time. When you talk about things being ahead of its time, like that is ahead of its time by miles. Because to this day, like watching it now in 2024, like 40 years later, you know what I mean? Nearly 40 years later, it's like, and it's still looking you know. Oof. Yeah, they did. But yeah, man. But you know what? 80s was just a good time for a lot of stuff, right? Like 80s and 90s. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I know I said this the last time, and I forgot I said this, and I forgot to do it. But Bull, I'm sure you'd agree with me on this. Bull, I'm pretty certain Bull's gonna agree with me on this. When it comes to um theme tunes, like theme music for children's shows. Like 80s had it on lock. Like the 80s children's cartoons, the 80s children's cartoons, the theme tunes for 80s children's cartoons were some of the best theme tunes ever. Like you can't beat some of that stuff. Like Thundercats was epic, He-Man was epic. Um She-Ra was just epic. Like the theme tunes that they had, Defenders of the Earth was epic. Like, bro, yeah. Let me write this down because I said I'm gonna make a video talking about this. I feel like I need to do that, but I need to remind myself. Remind myself. 80s children's cartoons themes. Yeah, we need this. For real, for real. Let me put that there. Try and remind myself to do that at some point. Hopefully, actually, I don't know if I get a chance this week because quite a lot happening this week. But if not this week, then hopefully next week. Um, but yeah, I might need to do like just a little bit of research, refresh my memory on some things. But yeah, man, bro, 80s children's cartoons were just epic. But let me do a quick little search now. See what jogs my mind. 80s children's cartoons. See what comes up. Yeah, Thundercats, He-Man, Defenders of the Earth, Silverhawks. I don't remember Silverhawk. It's all Inspector Gadget. Man, how can I forget about Inspector Gadget? Inspector Gadget. Chippendale, Rescue Range. Chippendale. Oh, mate. Droids. I don't. Oh, yeah, Droids, Star Wars one. Yeah, yeah. And DuckTales. Voltron. Don't watch Voltron too much. Ghostbusters. Trapdoor. Oh, my days. Yeah, man. Oof. Memories, bro. Memories. Terrorhawks. Terrorhawks was a show that I watched as a kid, but I don't think anybody knows that show. Like, does anybody know the show Terrorhawks, by the way? I mean, to be honest, Terrorhawks might be before some of you were born, actually. But I used to watch Terrorhawks as a kid, and I don't think it was a very popular show. Um, but I remember it being one of my favorite shows at the time. But anytime I've brought it up, like people just don't seem to know about it. Like anytime I've asked people, or when you start talking about stuff from the 80s or whatever, no one seems to know about Terrorhawks. I guess it wasn't a very popular show in the end. But yeah, that was one of my favorites. Yeah, it was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mate. Ewoks, bruh. Man, Care Bears. Care Bears was sick though. Hey, never heard of it. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think it was a very popular show in the end. But yeah, Terrorhawks it ran in 1983. It started in 1983, rather, and it ran for 3 seasons. So between 1983 and 1986. It was a puppet show. Let me see if I can find some images to put on the screen. There we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Actually, not in the UK. It was actually called Hero Turtles. So this is a little known fact. But originally, I mean, it was originally called Ninja Turtles, right? But the original run in the UK was actually called Hero Turtles. So they changed the theme tune to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK. And the reason for that, I don't know what the official reason was, but the reason that I was told or I heard is that they felt Ninja sounded too violent for kids, so they changed the Hero Turtles. Now I don't know if that's true, maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I do know that when they first showed it in the UK, it was actually called Hero Turtles. They changed it from Ninja to Hero, but then by the time the movie came out, it was just Ninja Turtles, and then it's been Ninja Turtles pretty much ever since then. So yeah, who remembers that fact? I hope I was born in 1985. So I was young, still 29 though. Yep, the math is mathing. The math is mathing. But yeah, this is Terrorhawks. This is some of the images from Terrorhawks. It was a puppet show, and they had these kind of scary ass looking puppets. Maybe that's why it didn't last long. Maybe it just scared kids. And I was the only one watching it, yeah, this is awesome. But yeah, this is the scary ass stuff they put on these puppet shows in 1983 that I was watching. But yeah, I'm looking at it now like, damn, these are some creepy looking puppets. Like I was watching this. I would have been like 4 years old or something like that watching this. Watching these creepy looking puppets at 4 years old. That's what I was doing. But yeah. It was a good show though. I don't remember the story. I don't remember what happened. Isn't that the girl from Neighbours? Not Neighbours, EastEnders. So that's woman from EastEnders. Okay, apparently she played Zelda, Terrorhawks. All right, that's interesting. And she wanted to do EastEnders later in life. That's nice. I already missed out on being scared from puppets. For real, for real. Let me see if I can find out, why did Terrorhawks end? Let's see if we can find that out. Why did Terrorhawks end? Unfortunately, Tribune fails to produce the money needed, and after two failed attempts by Jerry to get a Terrorhawks spin-off into production, one focusing on Stu Dapples and another with Justice Zeroids and Cubes, production of Terrorhawks finally came to a close at the end of 1986. It was a money issue. Ah, damn. It was a money issue, which I guess if the show was maybe more popular, it might have had more money to its name. That's what I'm guessing. Let me see. Was Terrorhawks popular? Because I'm guessing it can't have been that popular, because just based on the fact that hardly anybody I speak to has even heard of it, and now they're telling me there's a money issue. British sci-fi television series for just fine. No, it's not really answering the question. Damn, man. Oh well, we may never know. We may never know. But yeah. But I wonder if you could find Terrorhawks to watch now, though. There's got to be somewhere you can watch it now. I mean, it's a show from 1983. This is more than 40 years old at this point. And it's a show that I probably haven't watched in just as long. I wonder if there's got to be somewhere showing it now. Oh, wait, Amazon. Oh, no, not available. Flipping. I'm not available in my location. Oh, wait, no, it is. It is. I can buy it. I can buy it for £21. I could buy the season. Each season is £20. Each season is £21 to buy. But do I want to watch it that badly though? Do I want to watch it bad enough to pay £21 per season? It's 3 seasons. Oof. That's a lot of money though. Still, that's like £60 for the whole thing. £63 for the whole thing. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to watch it that badly. Damn. Ugh. You can probably pirate it somewhere. True, true, true. I think pirating these things is probably quite easy, actually. To be honest, though, I'd rather not do that. Um, no judgment on people who do, but I'd rather not. You know, I'd rather not. And especially for something like Terrorhawks, where it's like, that's my childhood, bro. I can't pirate my childhood. Not my idea of anyone else. No, no, of course. It was just out there. I used to be big into pirating stuff actually back in the day. Um, yeah, I used to be mad into pirating stuff, but nah. In fact, there used to be this company called Screen Select where you can rent DVDs from, right? And they'll send out DVDs to your house and you watch them, send them back in the post. And the top tier was like, I think at the time, £13. I can't remember what it was, but it was whatever pounds a month, £15 a month. And you get free DVDs at a time. And you can have free DVDs at a time, but unlimited amount of times you can watch a month. So you can literally just like get DVDs, watch them, send them back, watch them, send them back. And the post was pretty quick as well. So you could easily watch like, I don't even know, like maybe 15, 20 movies in a month, if you're quick with it. And I was doing that. Like I'd had it for a while before it, ended up stopping. But the thing is though, like I'd rent the DVDs and I'd copy the DVDs onto my hard drive, and then send them back. So yeah, man was big into pirating back in the day. And the thing is, I did it like a little bit. I did it a little bit, but I introduced that to a friend of mine, and he took that idea and ran with it. Like I gave him the idea. I'm not saying I'm innocent in all this. I'm not. I gave him the idea, but I was doing it like a little bit. I like to do it with, a few movies here, like the ones that I liked. But he did it with just about everything. And I remember going to his house one time and man had just like hard drives, just movies, movies, movies. And I was like, damn, I've created a monster. I've created a monster. What have I done? What have I done? But yeah, I don't do this stuff no more. I don't pirate stuff no more. Like I say, no judgment on people who do. But it's not something that I do anymore. I feel like I'd rather, if there's a legitimate way of doing it, I'd rather do that, even though the legitimate ways of doing it isn't always fair, which sucks, by the way. Um, it's not always fair. It's not like you see here, it's like it's not even cheap. Like £21 for a season. That's a ridiculous price, quite frankly, for a 40-year-old series, a 40-year-old show that hardly anybody watched. Apparently, you want £21 per season. It's like nah, adjust that. Maybe like £8 per season is be more reasonable, but £21 per season. Are you taking a piss, bro? You're taking a piss. So yeah, I don't I get why people do it. Um, sometimes the companies I feel don't make it easy to do the right thing, whether it's they have the prices up too high or it's not available in certain areas, or you have to, this country can't have it but this country can, things like that. Or you're trying to import something and they won't import it even though importing is not illegal. So yeah, I do feel like sometimes publishers and them kind of companies make things harder than they need to be. But yeah, even still, I'd rather not. You say I feel too bad about it. I've done it in the past. I've done it a lot in the past. I ain't pretending to be innocent here. But yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. Actually, at one time, I used to pirate a lot of the albums, like music albums, right? And so I'd get them from like Napster or what do you call it? What's the other one called that came after Napster? I can't even remember. LimeWire, that was it. LimeWire. So yeah, you download the songs from LimeWire or Napster, and you get like a complete album of the MP3s, and then you burn the MP3 to a CD, and you can actually burn it as a CD, as in not just copy it to a CD, but burn it as a CD, as in it would play in a CD player, and you know, you can put it in your car or whatever, and it plays a CD player. So I'd burn the MP3 to CD as the album, and then there was these sites where you can print out the album covers, right, and it would come out in the exact size of the CD case. So then you just cut it with get a scissors, or you know, if you have a guillotine, you could just cut it to the size of and you just put it in, and it would look like the like the actual CD, depending on how good your printer is, of course. But yeah, I used to do that quite a bit, but yeah, no, not anymore. my pirating days are long behind me. But yeah, it used to be bro, speaking of pirates, I used to pirate software as well. You know, used to pirate software as well. Used to like download software from whatever website, and the moment you download it, you can find a key crack generator or something, and you just go to that. And used to, because it's the codes that you put in. Now it's, you can't do that. It's a lot harder to pirate software now because everything's online. It's all connected. It's a bit different now. But yeah, back in the day when things weren't connected like that, you could just get these key code generators, and they was just like generate key codes for like software, and you just enter in the code, and it's like boom, cracked it. You know, and it was so easy back then. This is like early days of the internet, so like maybe late 19, I would say like mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, it was just so easy to pirate software back then. So there was stuff like, I don't even know, like Flash, Macromedia. Who remembers Macromedia? Listen, if you remember Macromedia, you owe them. Macromedia was like before Adobe bought them over. So it's like Macromedia, Flash, Macromedia. I can't remember, they had the software that you used for like building websites. Bruh, yeah. I'm just saying, you might have brought back a few memories when you mentioned piracy, by the way. You might have brought back a few memories of old school Haze, you know, a former life. Haze in a previous life. Of long forgotten stuff, but or stuff that I haven't thought about in a long time, I should say. But yeah, Haze in a previous life. You might have brought back some memories. Back in the day, we would record movies from the TV onto video, pirating. Much different. Yeah, we used to do that as well. I mean, yeah, we used to do it as well. Record movies and stuff off the radio as well. And I don't know. I mean, I guess pirating isn't massively different to that. Although it's interesting because that wasn't considered wrong. Like if you recorded something off the radio, it wasn't wrong to do. Whereas or if you recorded something off the TV, it wasn't really considered wrong to do, to record like movies or whatever off the TV and keep it, you know. But yeah, piracy, it's not really a great deal of difference from that. So it's, I don't know what the different. I mean, I don't know what the legal difference is between recording something off the TV and, you know, copying a DVD that you rented out. You know, I guess it's something to do with like rights and permissions, or some, you know, legal jargon or whatever, you know, something. But yeah, it's an interesting thing actually, that one was considered wrong and the other was considered fine. Like even to this day, if you record something off the TV, it's fine. You know, you have devices that make that whole process easy to record things off the TV, right? And watch it later and keep it for as long as you want or whatever. So yeah, interesting. I might need to look into that as well. Why is one wrong and what the other isn't? I need to go. My bed is calling my name. Oof, I hear that. Good night, everyone, and thanks for the hangout. I appreciate coming through, Iselin. Appreciate you and all that you do. Hopefully catch you next time. Should be live streaming again next week, 8 p.m. at GMT. Might be in my house. I might be on the road. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully try and post a video or two during the week if I can. So we'll look out for that. No promises, but we'll see if I can. But yeah, appreciate you coming through. Good night. God bless. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And until whenever, if ever, peace out, Isaline. But yeah, oof, where are we at now? It is 9:15. Okay, let me just go for just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer before I say my good nights, actually. Just a tiny little bit longer. But I used to record. I remember I recorded Predator. I think I've said this before actually. I think I'm certain I've said this before, but I recorded Predator off the television when it was shown on TV way back in the day, and I had that on recorded, VHS at the time, and I did not know at the time. I mean, I knew the TV version was edited, like I knew that, and I knew, you know, you kind of heard there was this, full version or whatever, right? What I didn't know at the time is just how badly it was edited. Because when that's the only version you have and it's the only version you watch, that's what you know, right? You just all you might, oh, there's another version that's maybe then other bits aren't, something's not cut out or whatever. You kind of know it exists, but you don't really fully grasp how different it is. So after watching my VHS copy of the TV for years and years and years, and then eventually finally getting it on DVD with the proper full version and watching that, I was like in shock, just how realizing how badly the TV version was cut. Realizing for the first time just how badly how much the TV version was edited. I was like, oh, it was literally like watching that movie again for the first time. I was like, yo, they cut out so much. But I guess it's a good experience. Like, how many times can you say you watched the same movie? How many times can you get to say you watched the same movie for the first time twice? 72 was edited. Yes. Yeah. RoboCop as well was badly edited for the TV. That one I knew though because we had RoboCop on VHS. We got our mum to buy that from Woolworths. I was like 8, 9 years old or something like that. We got our mum to buy it from Woolworths. So that I'd see, and I'd seen RoboCop in full. And then when it came on TV, I was like, oh yeah, they cut this out badly. They cut this out badly. But yeah, Terminator 2 as well. And I guess a lot of movies from the 80s, like a lot of the action movies from the 80s, they're probably all edited down as well for TV. You just don't always realize until you finally get the full version. I think these days, though, I mean, I've not watched TV in a long time, to be honest, but I think these days they don't edit it as badly for TV anymore. Like the last time I watched a movie on TV, it didn't seem it was edited, as badly as they used to do. Like I think like now they just don't show it early or whatever. But yeah, back in the day, back in like the 80s, maybe even up until like the 90s, like mid 90s or so, they were cutting these things down rotten. And partly it's because they have these strict time schedules on TV. Partly because, of course, like, they don't want to be too violent. Kids might see it. But yeah, they were cut. They were cut. And the same experience with Predator, though. It was quite shocking when you saw it properly. For real, for real. Like, especially the scene where Dylan, Carl Weathers, when he gets shot by the Terminator, right? By the Predator, and his arm gets dropped off, cut off, and blown off, and it's firing the gun, and it's like his fingers on the trigger, so it's like this severed arm firing a gun in the full version. Like in the edited version, you just see you see where he gets shot. And then there's like some weird cut where they show the gun firing, but you don't see that it's a severed arm. You just see the gun firing. I feel like it's maybe zoomed in or whatever. So you can see the gun firing, but you don't see the severed arm. So it's like, okay, I know we got shot, but I'm not understanding what's going on here. And then when you see the full version, it's like, oh, that's what happened. It's all got taken clean off. And his finger was still on the trigger. So it's just severed arm firing his gun while he's bleeding out and getting shot again. And like, oh, okay. I know now. Kindergarten Cop was badly edited too. Oh, really? What's the edit in Kindergarten Cop though? That's not too violent, is it? But then again, maybe it was like a time thing or something. Like they were like, oh, runtime's too long. But Kindergarten Cop, I don't remember that being particularly violent. They just be cutting movies though, for real. Like on TV, they just be cutting movies, like 80s, 90s TV. They just be cutting movies for the sake of it. Oh, speaking of editing movies, actually, so you never saw Skinned Soldiers? Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jim Hopper, Jim Hopper. I knew these men. They were good soldiers. Oof, yeah, they were literally. But when I was coming back from Saudi on the plane, I was watching or trying to watch, I should say, I was trying to watch Oppenheimer, right? And I ended up falling asleep multiple times throughout that movie. It was really long film, and I was just tired. I'm sure it's a great movie. I ain't saying that, but I was mad tired at this point. So I'm just drifting in and out of consciousness while this film was playing in front of me. But anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make about edited movies is that there's a scene, maybe even a few scenes in this film where the version that they had on the airplane, they edited out the nudity, right? Now, I ain't mad at that, whatever, but I'm good, I'm fine. But it's more the way they edited out the nudity, because bear in mind, I've not seen this movie before, so if they edit it out, I'm not gonna know. At least I shouldn't know if it was edited cleanly. Like, if they edited it cleanly, you probably wouldn't know that was a nude scene anyway. But it's more the way they edit it out, where it's like, okay, this is clearly a nude scene that they've clearly edited, because they just did it in the maddest way, where you have this woman who's, naked, right? Sitting down naked. And she's talking to the dude, right? And what they do is that they just put this black canvas over her. Like literally. This is black canvas over her body. And it's not even like they try to make it look like clothes, or they try to blend it in, or nothing like that. It's literally just a black canvas they put over her body, and you just see her face. That's all you see is her face, and it's like, this looks a bit odd. I think, yeah, I don't think this was Christopher Nolan's doing. I think, I think this has been added after the fact. But so yeah, that was I mean, like I said, I don't care that they edited out the nudity. It's more just the way they did it just made me chuckle, and then I fell asleep again, so it didn't even matter anyway. I put Kindergarten Cop on in the day, so it's heavily cut. Oh, okay. I guess so much swearing they must have cut out, because I think there's some swearing in that movie. I don't think there's a lot of swearing. I think there's at least some swearing they would have cut out. Maybe some of the like the fighting and that kind of stuff. I think they had like kids talking about vaginas in that movie as well. So they probably cut that out. My dad's a gynecologist and he looks at ladies' vaginas. Apparently, that scene was improv. Like, they didn't give the kids a script. They just asked them what their parents do, and they were just telling them what their actual parents do. Like, apparently, that's what they did there. So there was no script, just these kids actually saying what their parents do. Hey, sometimes you get gold, right? Sometimes you get gold. But yeah, movie editing. Oppenheimer, by the way, is like I said, I don't want to say it's a bad film because I was falling asleep. I was just tired. It's probably a really good movie, but it's very dialogue heavy. That much I could tell. It's very, very dialogue heavy. And it's very technical in its dialogue as well. So it's very kind of scientific, a lot of scientific type words and legal type words and stuff like that, which, like I said, it's probably a good movie. I'm sure it's fine if you can watch it when you got the patience for it. But yeah, trying to watch a film like that when you're exhausted from a trip, yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. I was falling asleep all over the place. I was like, okay, I'm awake now. Okay, I'm awake now. That's pretty much me. Hey, you want to talk about odd? I watched a movie called Cruel Summer. Oh my, okay. How odd was Cruel Summer? How odd was Cruel Summer? It's a cruel summer. Is that a song from the Karate Kid, isn't it? Cruel summer. I think that's a song from Karate Kid. Yeah, by Bananarama. It was in Karate Kid, Cruel Summer by Bananarama. That's a great movie, Karate Kid. Classic film. All right, Cruel Summer. Is that a 2006 Splix in the pics? There were times you saw the set move. You could clearly tell one of the actresses messed up a line, and they kept on rolling. Obviously, no money for a retake off like that. Damn. And the thing is, though, I mean, I've not seen it, so I can't say too much about this movie. But I'm guessing the fact that it's obvious, it's like they must have had no money for retakes. Like they must have literally been like, "Damn it, damn it!" Like the one shot they had to get it, and she messed up the line, and it just had to keep going. It's like, look, it's just, damn it, it just is what it is at this point. Look at some of the scores. Look at this. IMDb 5.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 39%. Oof. Yeah. So yeah, I guess a lot of people noticed how how bad that was. So bad it was good, but it wasn't so bad it was good, but it was so bad you had to keep watching. I might give that a watch myself. Let's see, where's Cruel Summer showing? Okay, they've got it on YouTube Music and YouTube Movie. You can rent it on YouTube for $1.99. I don't think too bad. Is it $1.99? Yeah, you can rent it for $1.99 or buy it for £4. Actually, at that kind of price, I might as well just buy it for £4, really. If I'm gonna buy it, I don't want to buy it on YouTube. Excuse me. Yeah, they got it on Amazon. It's the same price. Want £2 to rent or £4 to buy. Yeah, I'd rather do that. I'd rather do it on Amazon. If I'm gonna buy it, I'd rather buy it on Amazon. Yeah. HD version, £4. I might do that. That's not too bad. I don't mind buying digital movies when they're cheap. I very rarely like, you know, when the digital movies are like when they're like £10, £15, like no, this is too much. Like I would say $7.99 is pretty much my maximum when it comes to digital movies if I'm gonna buy them. $7.99. But even then it has to be something that I really want. You know what I mean? It has to be like something that I want, not just any movie. No, it has to be something I want. Other than that, yeah, like £3, £4, I could do that for a digital film. I can do £4 for a digital film. It's only an hour 20 minutes. Not even that long. So yeah, £4 is all right. I could do £4 for a crappy movie that's only an hour 20 minutes. It's 2021 Cruel Summer. Oh, okay. Which one is this one then? Oh, that's 2018 I'm looking at. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Wait, I got a 2023 Cruel Summer. Could that be it? An hour 17 minutes. And this is available as part of Amazon Prime, all included. In fact, I'm just looking at some of the images. I think this is also selling the one you're talking about. It looks cheap. It looks cheap. Yeah, this one's on Prime. All right, let me share the screen real quick so you can see it. So this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. This looks hella cheap. Stopped dead. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's added to my wish list. Maybe try and watch that. But for now, I think it's about time to start winding down. Put that way too early. My bad. My bad. I think it's time to start winding down. Gonna try and be up, do a full day's cab work tomorrow. And then try to get to bed at a decent hour if that's all possible. And then Thursday, oh Paris. À Paris. À Paris. It looks cheap because it was. Oh, I think I'm gonna love this one. But yeah, should be live streaming again next week. For next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. GMT ish. Hopefully be able to post a video during the week, but that waits to be seen. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now, folks. Guys, everybody who came through, whether you stayed for a little bit or stayed for a lot of bits, I appreciate you. I've got some homework to do with a Cruel Summer by the looks of it, which is awesome. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now, guys. You've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. And until whenever, if ever, peace. All right, now where's this end button? Here we go. Oh, bitch, but funny and unintentional. That's exactly my type of movie. That is exactly my kind of movie. So yeah, it looks cheap, unintentional laughs. And it's only an hour 17 minutes. I could do that. I'll try and do that this week if possible. And hopefully could talk about it next week if I can watch it this week. But yeah, till then, till then. Peace out, y'all. One finger talks with two fingers. Laters. It's not even ended yet. Where are we going? Your stream will stop. Okay, here we go. All right, peace out, y'all. So I ain't got to hang in this chat. You should know this by now.